Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sip Happens.
I am Sean.
And I am Rosie.
And we are awkward. Which we hope you enjoy.
Yeah. I see today.
Rosie, what do we do here?
Well, we talk about tea. I see you got dressed up today. I dressed it comfy.
Oh, this is just me casual. This is casual. This is just my loungewear.
Oh, comfortable and nice.
No, I mean tea is a fancy thing, right? Like I have my fancy llama cup and put on a watch for some reason. Ooh, infuser cup. Love it.
Yeah. I took a cue from you last week when you were wearing your comfy cardigan and I grabbed my comfy sweater.
I do love it. So I took a cue from you because you wore that wonderful dress and a little like cardigan over it, and I thought, yeah, let me put on some layers.
Do you think maybe we should send a memo to each other before we record the next episode and get on the same page, or just see how this plays
Yeah,
out?
I'll be sure to put that on my calendar to do
Cool.
before next recording session.
I'm holding my
Um,
breath. All right, what do we do here?
so we drink tea, and then we discuss things while we drink tea. A little afternoon break for everyone. We talk about the mugs that we drink tea from. We talk about the tea that we drink tea in of preposition. Um, yeah, and then this is episode 2, and we will be talking a little bit more about ourselves, like we did last week.
Cool.
Because we are complex beings, and we haven't yet scratched the surface, right?
I agree. Although last week I told you everything there was to know about me, all the years combined.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just talk this time.
Perfect.
But before we get into all that, what are we drinking today?
Oh, good question. We're still on the dryad because 75 things, and we are drinking a tea called Girl with a Lion's Tail. Dryad did a thing where they worked with another group. So this is an S.J. Tucker blend. And
And that's
instead of having all the ingredients, it has a little poem. So I'm gonna read that. Give me back the girl I was, the beast I used to be, shedding the skin of this creature. You were never caged enough to keep the light inside. Deny me the sky, and I'm running. What's inside of this tea? Since that was a great poem, but did not really tell us much about what was in the tea.
yeah. So our ingredients list this time around: black tea, cinnamon, mallow blossoms. I do not know what those are. Calendula. I do not know what that is. Corn flour. I got you. Nut extract and natural flavors. Um, so nut warning. Take if you're like my wonderful partner and have a nut allergy. Drink only a little bit and have your EpiPen ready.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. So let's get the brew going, right?
Yeah, tell us what we need to do to make this happen.
So this is a black tea. This is going to be a 3 to 5 minute brew, and you're going to want to be right around 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 93 degrees Celsius if you're nasty. I have my handy dandy kettle here. You'll remember from last week. So I'm just going to turn that on.
Awesome.
Yeah, open it up. We'll open it up. We'll give it a smell. That's my effort face.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, she hates it. Oh, wow. I can smell it from down here.
Oh.
That smells... I'm very excited about this. That smells like candy, like cookies.
Oh my gosh, it smells so yummy and warm. It smells like it smells like this. Yeah, right over there.
I may have snorted some of the tea.
Don't snort the tea. I'm not cutting this. I'm not cutting this.
Oh, good, great. Everyone, watch me pick the tea out of my nose.
Oh, it smells so good. Not good enough to snort though, y'all. Well, maybe, I guess. Sean thinks it's good enough to snort.
Infuser cup, and I have my Dryad tea infuser. This came with my battle box of teas. How much tea should I put in this, Rosie?
About 6 ounces, just double. No, we should be doing about an ounce per glass. These little packages come with about 3 ounces in them. And as Sean so awesomely explained last week, that is because if you fill it up too much, the water can't move around it and get the leaves and all the other things inside of it to open up and get their flavors into your cup. And as Sean also explained, their roommate and their partner will be very mad if they don't each get a glass. So
That is definitely accurate. All right. So I got my tea in there, in my infuser, plenty of room to move around. I'm going to put that in my cup. So your cup comes with that infuser, right?
yeah, so this was where I live. A lot of the like tourist towns have a lot of these like kitschy little knickknack shops and things like that. And so I was in one a couple of weeks ago, right before Christmas. Ah, and my aunt bought me one. So it's actually got like a whole little lid that I can put on top of it, to keep my tea all warm. It says good morning, gorgeous. It's not morning, I'm not gonna lie to you all. It's afternoon where I live, so
It is
it's
afternoon.
throwing
Oh,
me off.
it's evening where I live. So
That's true.
early evening. And I have my no drama llama cup, which you may just look at and be like, oh, well, that's just a llama on a cup, Sean. But no drama. And this was a Christmas gift from a very good friend of mine. Um, and I love it a lot. Also, it's huge. It's
Yeah,
perfect when you want to be like sipping for like a minute.
that is
Um,
nice.
my water is ready. How's your water looking?
My water is also ready, actually.
Um, so yeah, I'm gonna bring my water over. One of these days, you're all gonna watch me break my computer. Ooh, and this has
Sounds
like a
so
nice amber color as we pour.
It does. And I can just, because of how this particular mug is set up, I'm just watching everything open up. And you can see the flowers and, oh, it smells really yummy still.
I'm very excited about this.
Me
Let's
too.
set our timers. So this is like, as we said, going to be a 3 to 5 minute brew. So I have my handy dandy hourglass here. Boom. In 3 minutes, it's going to be right in here. So I'll be watching.
Perfect.
And
But
just in case you missed it, I'm also setting a physical timer. What do you think? 4 minutes?
I think 4 minutes. I drink my tea pretty strong usually, although I did bring over today for my over here some cinnamon honey in case it's a little too strong and it needs to be cut through. And I am obsessed with the flavor of cinnamon, so if I can add more cinnamon to an already cinnamon flavored thing,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I feel like I'm
Um,
doing a good job.
I enjoy cinnamon. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the biggest cinnamon head. Is that what you call yourselves? You fans of cinnamon?
Yeah, we meet regularly, like twice a month.
Twice a month?
Yeah, there's a lot of cinnamon related problems that need to be talked about.
Uh,
So, anything
so
you want to talk about, and so we can walk away from this subject real fast?
you have a trivet of choice today?
Oh, my trivet of choice, since this is a bigger thing, is brought to you by my Aries mug. Be a stubborn ram and make everyone in your life annoyed.
Are you an Aries? Is that your
I'm
sign?
even better than an Aries, Sean.
Oh,
I'm
good.
a cusp. So my birthday is right on the cusp of Pisces and Aries. So not only am I stubborn, but I cry a lot when I'm not getting my way.
This makes our production meetings make so much more sense.
Right?
I'm not a cusp. I am solidly in the middle of Sagittarius, unless you're a 13-month person, in which case I think I fall into Ophiuchus, that other sign.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using this tiny mason jar
Nice.
that a friend brought cheesecake in, and I haven't given back yet. But I thought it was super cute, and it's the right size. So
Perfect.
yeah,
I just, y'all, I've looked at this a lot, but there's lots of big writing, right? And there's two things in small font, and I just want to share with you what the two small font ones are because it feels good. One in an orange color right here says selfish, and in black font down here at the bottom it says quick tempered.
okay, fair.
Hello.
Do you feel that those are accurate descriptors of you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fair enough. I mean, that's
Yep.
self-awareness.
Yeah, I mean, I try to not be selfish, but I'm a human and I like myself a lot, so I want things to go my way.
Okay, well, there you go. I think quick-tempered used to apply to me quite a bit, but um, is that the February cusp? Pisces and
It,
Aries?
it is
You may have the same birthday as my father because he is also on that cusp.
the 22nd of March.
That's not in February at all.
Well, it's okay. So Aries, yes. Wow, to be in my head, to explain what just happened. Pisces starts in February, but Aries is March. So Cap Capricorn is January. So in my
Yeah.
head, and this is exactly what happened. The month of February just kind of bled into March because they're the Pisces. So no, I guess not. I'm on the back end of it.
My father's on the other side. He's at the beginning.
Oh, Capricorn.
Is it? Whatever's happening on February 22nd, 21st, around there. Whatever George Washington's birthday is, that's my dad's birthday.
Yeah, so Aries is March. So Aries is the very end of March, and then Pisces bleeds into it.
Sure. Well, that's a bunch
So
about astrology that I didn't know because it's not real.
yeah.
Controversial statements. Controversial
Well,
statements.
so I don't really buy it either, but this was a gift from my former mother-in-law because we share the same birthday, and I guess she just wanted me to know that.
Oh no! Stop making sounds. That's been 4.5 minutes.
Cool.
If you want to test out your tea. Mm, okay.
Smells good. I really hope it doesn't disappoint me.
Same. It does smell good. I think I'm going to give it another.
It's hot.
Yeah, but I'm going to give it another 20 seconds of steeping. Let's see how that goes. So, what are we doing today? Who's our guest?
Oh, we are. We are each other's guests.
So, you mean you didn't book a guest?
Yep. I mean, I didn't think anyone was going to want to come on a show that's only 2 episodes, and the first one hasn't even aired yet while we're recording the second one. So I just didn't think we could really get anyone to bite on that.
Fair. Yeah, Stephen Colbert's assistant reached out to me, but I said, not yet. We're not ready.
Right. It's too soon for that shit.
And they were like, well, then never. And I was like, okay. Listen, if you can't wait for me, Stephen Colbert.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense that you would turn him down, obviously.
Stephen, anytime at all. I will do
Dude,
whatever.
do you know who we didn't put on our stupid list?
I don't think the list is stupid, but yeah, who?
Rachel Bloom is not on our list,
Oh,
Sean.
no, we talked about this too.
I mean,
Stephen
I gotta be honest with you. If I had to pick between Stephen Colbert and Rachel Bloom as our first guest,
Don't make
I'd
me
pick
Rachel.
Rachel. No,
You
I'm not
pick
making
Rachel?
you pick. I said me.
I love Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and so much of what Rachel Bloom does, but Stephen Colbert, he's my spirit animal.
We can
I'm
both
just
have a different favorite guest.
yes, we can. I'm updating the list, by the way. That's what I'm doing now.
Good. That's good. Cheers to my assistant, Sean.
I'd be proud to be your assistant. Because you do amazing things for the community and for the world.
You're kind. Well, you do too. Yes, you. Okay, I'm not arguing with you on this channel or this episode with how awesome you are. So we're just gonna keep going.
This is a very adversarial episode. Rachel Bloom.
So for those of you who don't know who Rachel Bloom is, first of all, maybe you're not in the right place, but this is a chance for us to educate you.
Hey, please don't leave.
No, don't. There is a show on Netflix, which I highly recommend you binge watch, called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Give it like 3 or 4 episodes because
Yeah.
the first 3 to 4 episodes are a little confusing. There's not quite an explanation for it. But Rachel Bloom plays a character called Rebecca Bunch, and she basically is running free in the world with a undiagnosed mental illness, and we get to watch it play out. And it's funny, it's sad, it's musical based. So if you like
Yeah.
musicals, this is your route to take.
Yeah, I feel like you really buried the lead on that one. It is a musical. It is definitely a musical.
I buried the lead because some people are like, well, I don't like musicals. And I'd like to throw out there that it is a musical, but it's not, it doesn't flow like a traditional musical does.
Fair. That's certainly true. That is certainly true.
I even got my husband to watch it, and I did not think he was going to enjoy it.
Did he like it?
We got to the end of the entire series, and he looks at me and he goes, "Do you want to watch episode 1 again?" And I was like, "Oh, we should find another show." But yes.
Um, Speaking of finding another show, so my partner and I watched it and loved it, and it was awesome. It was recommended to us by all my friends are dear friends apparently, by a friend who's a huge metalhead.
Mm.
And he was like, "I've been watching the show on Netflix. You got to check it out." And I was like, "Okay." I mean, we really don't listen to the same music, but okay. And then I was like, "Buddy, you you a musical theater person? Have you been hiding that in there?" But our follow-up show that we found after Crazy Ex-Girlfriend is Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Mm.
Have you watched it?
I have not.
It is real sad at times. Like,
Great.
I'm not gonna bury the lead. It is very sad, and it's instead of like original music, it is like covers. Um, but it shares an actor with Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, Greg too.
Yeah, Greg too. So
I mean,
Skylar Astin.
I love Skylar Astin. But yeah, Greg too.
Okay, I'm gonna say something,
Let's do it. Spill the tea.
and sip happens, man. And what I would like to throw out there first and foremost is that this is not this kind of show, but I'm going to make it this kind of show for one moment. As they say in the Crazy Ex-Girlfriend community, Greg won. He should be a porn site search. I love him. Not as much as I love Nathaniel.
Ooh, Nathaniel. I mean, that person isn't a real human being, obviously.
No, but I like the actor a lot. Oh my gosh, White Josh. Sorry, I got lost. I'm gonna come back now. White
No, no,
Josh.
no, no, no. I'm saying that like clearly both White Josh and Nathaniel are like demigods that live amongst us mortals.
When I found out that White Josh was the understudy for Fiero in Wicked, I almost died. Yeah, I made
I
that
found out
face.
that right now.
Oh, well,
That was
there
when I
you
learned
go.
it. Okay,
I did that too. Yep.
I'm learning so much. So you think Greg won over Greg too?
Oh yeah. I'm
Really?
married. So, by the way, I'm watching this show, right? Because I love this show. And I think to myself, oh, my husband, my partner, he is a bit like the character Greg, a little not an alcoholic, thank goodness, but like, a little grumpy, a little blah. And then we get to like season 4. I'm just gonna jump right ahead. And that song that Skylar Astin sings where he's like, I hate
I hate
everything but
everything
you.
but you.
That is my husband was sitting next to me watching when we just finished watching it, and I like was staring more at him, and I was like, "Do you see why I think that I married Greg?" And he's like, "Maybe a little bit." And then the other day we were out, and I know he did it as a joke because, of course, the show, but we were hiking or walking, and he goes, "The sun is on me. I hate being in the sun." And I was like, looked at him, and he's like, "No, I'm just kidding." I was like, "Okay."
I hate everything but you is a personal anthem.
As
Um,
I kick the table.
what's your go-to song?
It depends on my mood, but right now I'm not even. I was actually singing this before we started. Um, I was singing. Oh my gosh, now it's all gone because I have the other one stuck in my head. Uh, oh my gosh, where did it go, Sean? The one where she sings about how good she is in like
Oh,
episode, like season one.
yeah,
Uh,
not I have friends, but I'm a good
no,
person.
which one?
I'm a good person.
Yeah,
I'm a good
I was walking
person.
around the house just singing that I was a good person.
That one, that's a go-to. I'm a good person. I have friends as a go-to. Although I change that one up a lot. Like I'll be like, I have pizza. I totally have pizza. Oh, um, you ruined everything.
Oh,
That's a mood. That's a
this
mood.
is yep.
But no, my go-to anytime I'm down, anytime I'm like, we have a spare 3 minutes before the things that we're watching at home is I go to the zoo. I love that song. It makes me feel better. That song is my life. Also, it was definitely filmed in Atlanta. Like
Oh
both
my,
zoos and the aquarium are all Atlanta.
oh my God, that is such a good song.
It's the
And
first.
like it's like Nathaniel's song. It's one of his like few really like solo songs that is
It's like his first big solo song.
yeah,
And like it's such a left turn for the character. I love it.
it is okay, yeah. Okay.
Welcome to Sip Happens, where we just talk about My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, the show,
It's such a
not
good
My
song.
Crazy
It's a
Ex-Girlfriend. I
very
have
good
one
show.
though. We can talk about that her too, I guess.
That's
Um,
fair. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of honey to this. I like it, but I feel like it needs a little oomph.
all right, go for it. I'm gonna. I think it's cool to the point where I can take maybe a deeper draft and have some opinion. So the smell is great. The smell is very. I'm sticking with Christmas cookies.
Hmm.
Taste wise,
It needs oomph.
it's a very subtle taste, um, but something's overriding everything else, and I don't know what it is, and that makes me
The
sad.
calendula overrides. I've noticed that things with calendula in them override a lot, and calendula is kind of blah to me
Is
as a
that the
flavor.
thing that tastes like soap in here?
It might be.
There's a
Mine
little
doesn't
like
taste
there's a little soapy taste for me. So, what honey are you adding?
like. This is a cinnamon satin honey. It's a what is the word I'm looking for? Whipped honey. There's the word I wanted.
Mm, level with honey.
And it's local. It's made in Bailey, Colorado,
Oh, nice.
which
I'm
is right
also
down.
having some local, made in the USA, certified kosher. This is from Savannah Bee Company. Savannah Bee Company,
I'm so jealous. Sorry,
because
keep going. Tell everyone
they're
else.
in Atlanta and I can literally just go buy this anytime I want.
'Cause it's one of my favorite honeys. Okay, I'm just gonna
They,
say
they, you can shop Savannah Bee Company online.
I'm
They will
aware.
put money. So this is a black sage honey. It's a savory honey with a slightly earthy flavor with a peppery finish. Made only 4 seasons per decade. Its amber color reflects the wild and unique taste. But yeah, I'm gonna use my honeycomb dipper and get all of
Oh, that
that.
was perfect.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have some whipped lemon honey in the kitchen, which is all of 16 steps away. No, 6 steps away. So I'm definitely not going there. Let me see if I can get this in here without spilling honey.
Mm, this is delicious now. This is the tea. This is a tea I would
We're
sip.
not to the ratings
We're not
part of the
there
show.
yet. I'm sorry. Jumping ahead.
That's in the same joke as last time. It's in the E block, not the D block. Um, so yeah, if you don't have one of these like honey dippers, they are awesome. Um, they have like the perfect amount of honey for like a medium to large cup of tea. And you just like put them in there, you churn it up a little bit, and then you just drop it in completely. And then as the honey all dissolves off of it, um, It's like completely clean. Just
Mm,
obviously wash your shit, but it means that you don't have to like worry about like leaving it while you drink your tea and like I don't
honey
know,
dripping everywhere.
honey dripping everywhere or a pesky friend coming and being attracted by the sugar. By pesky friend, I assume you should all assume that I mean my spouse.
Oh, I was thinking my dogs, so that's fair.
Yes,
So
pesky
your
friend.
idea's
The people and animals you have brought into your life. Next time though, I think I'm gonna go with this sourwood.
better. Mm,
Every company, really good. All right. Okay. All right. I'm digging it. I'm trying not to snort the tea again. Mmm.
yep.
All right. Yeah, that took it up a few notches for me. That yeah. Okay. You know what cookie it smelled like, by the way? And I just saw it over here hiding. It smelled like these. I don't know if you've ever had.
Oh, no.
So, a friend of mine, a fraternity brother of mine, Punit, he and I share a ethnic background. We're both Indian, and he got these at like a market up in New Jersey, and then emailed them, mailed them down to me. Um, and these are like such a big thing in my like past and my childhood. Like they're such a memory. I'm not gonna
That's
open them
awesome.
this time, but
Have you, okay, while we're talking about cookie, this show is on the rails. We are just following our guideline perfectly. I'm so glad you made one for episode 2 as well. Have you ever had a oh my God, why are all of the words gone for me? We were having this problem earlier, my brain cells. You know, like the little wafer cookies with the caramel that you put on top of the, yeah, have you ever had those with your tea?
my mom's Dutch, so yes,
That's
100%.
awesome. My husband works for Costco and they sell them in 40 packs. Problem.
Yeah. For anybody who doesn't know what a stroopwafel is, I'm gonna grab one of my coasters here because they're roughly the same size. This is
Hmm.
a coaster and not a cookie, but it's roughly this size, and it has caramel in the center, and then it's like a cookie on both sides, and it's got like a grid, like a waffle. And then what you do is you brew your tea, and then you put it on top like this. And they're like designed to like fit most cups like that. And then the steam from your tea slowly permeates the stroopwafel and melts the caramel and makes the cookie like
Heaven.
yes, that makes the cookie a nightmare to get out of your beard.
I don't
Analogy.
have that problem currently.
Well,
Just just saying.
we'll get you a beard.
I'm good. My
No?
husband has one, so I can just watch him struggle.
Oh, your husband is your beard, you're saying?
That is not what I'm saying, but I do like the saying, so we'll just go with it.
My wife is my beard. Take that, people at home. Question me.
Don't you dare. So Sean,
Yeah.
what
Hi.
are we doing today?
We are interviewing each other a little bit more.
Oh, cool.
We started last week to get a little get to know you stuff. And we're going to continue this week because I don't feel like our audience knows us yet. And
We're still learning things about each other.
yeah, and also we are pontificating about tea and being ridiculous people, and hoping that everyone at home is also enjoying our stream of consciousness.
Certainly hope so.
Uh, hey, future Sean, it's been another week. Have you worked on your master's paperwork yet? You only have like 6 weeks left, buddy, or you'll have thrown away $15,000 on this semester.
Future Sean better get his shit together. Or their shit together.
I mean, present Sean certainly isn't getting their shit together, so he definitely should. He and
Yeah.
they are fine.
We have they them. I want to stick with that. I want to do that thing, but I appreciate it. So yeah, future Sean, get your shit together. That's a lot of money to just throw down the toilet.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. So,
Cool.
do you have a question for me, Rosie?
can we do something super lame? Like, if you could be any animal, what would it be?
Elephant.
Okay. Why? I guess I need to follow up. Tell me more.
Yeah. Elephants are my favorite animal. I love a lot of animals. I love sloths. I love elephants. I love all kinds of cute, fuzzy, grippy things, which makes it sound like I'm talking about caterpillars, but really I'm talking about like, I don't know, red pandas.
Okay.
Um, but man, I would love to be an elephant and just be like out in the world, chilling, taking care of my family, rolling around in mud, running down jeeps and crushing them. Elephants are super territorial,
Yeah.
so be careful about getting too close to them in the wild. But yeah,
Noted.
yeah, the yeah the I'm a big guy. Elephants are big people, are big guys, and they don't give a shit.
No, because they're elephants. They just crush you if you're being nasty to them.
Yeah, and
And
obviously
they have
the
that cool like thing where they can like use their nose, their snout is like basically their hand, which is very nice.
prehensile trunk. Yeah,
It's very cool.
Luxodon are probably my favorite race in 5e.
That makes sense. They are, after all, bipedal elephant folk.
Yep. What about you? What animal would you be and why?
Giraffe, because really same reasons that you had for they're my favorite animals. They have the coolest tongues ever. I mean, they're just creepy cool, and their mouths are cool. And because yeah, I just want to be like out chilling, eating things, doing. I mean, they're a little awkward too. You know, like they've got to like spread their legs to bend down and reach water. And I'm awkward. I'm an awkward human being, and I feel like they're my spirit animal in that way. Like there's some really cool things about them, and then there's some really awkward things about them, and I relate to that.
You know what my favorite giraffe fact is?
Let's hear it.
Giraffes, when threatened, can kick hard enough with their hind legs to decapitate a lion.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
I've always I've always been like, oh, giraffes are weird tall horses. Theirs are cool, I guess. And then I found that out, and I was like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna fuck with a giraffe.
No, don't. They're super cool. I played this game because I'm cool called Planet Zoo, and you get to build a zoo and run it, and giraffes are like my go-to. I just love having giraffes in the zoo, and I name them all after Critical Role characters. It's a problem.
Like the Mighty Nine or
No,
Boss
you got
Mafia.
to branch out from that. You got to pick like all the side people. You know how many babies I mean, it's not just okay. It's not just giraffes in my zoo. Of course, there's all kinds of animals, and I just start naming all the babies of like the cool animals. Now, ostriches and warthogs and peacocks reproduce way too fast. I don't care about their names. I'm talking about the cool ones like giraffes and lions and elephants and stuff like that. They're the cool ones.
Fair, fair. Um, I had a question that actually got
Yeah.
answered in episodes, but I'm gonna ask it like I don't know. What's your favorite color?
Um, you'd think blue because I dye my hair blue, but actually, I really like purples and pinks a lot. I don't know if I have a specific favorite color. Yes, yes. Like this. It looks kind of gray on the screen, but it's really purple in over here.
Oh,
But
really?
I really, really appreciate like a nice dark purple, in fact. What
Very
about
cool.
you?
My favorite color is green.
Interesting.
I, I decided this when I was a child because I looked at like I used to say that my favorite color was like red or blue or something like that, and then I like looked at the full spectrum of like dark red all the way down to like pinks, and like did that for like all the Roy G. Biv, the major colors, right? And I was like, yellow is ugly all the time.
Always.
I'm
Even though I
sorry,
like this mustard colored chair.
I do like so yellow. So as a adult, I acknowledge that yellow can be used in accents and like it has a place in the world, but and I really like the mustard colored chair, oddly enough. But in my mind, it's almost in the orange spectrum of yellow.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I looked at like the full spectrum, and I was like, green at no point is not pleasant to me. Like no point in the green spectrum is not something that I'm down with. I prefer like darker greens,
Hmm.
but I dig green a lot.
That's
Um,
really profound. Like me, I just am like that's a profound way to get to a favorite color. I don't imagine that if you gathered a group of people and asked them their favorite color and how they came to that, there that very many people would be like, well, I looked at every single spectrum of every single color, and this is the one that pleased me the most of the time. Like for me, when I was a kid, it was pink because I loved pink. And then I got older and I liked purple more.
yeah,
That's about it.
I mean, green has really stuck with me. The other thing that I have to acknowledge is that with my skin tone, green is not like the best for me. Like wearing green shirts. Like I love my lavender and purple tones. I love wearing a nice pink. I look good in a lot of colors, guys. I look
Yeah.
good in a lot of colors. Green isn't one of them. But that just means that I can have like green accents. Like in my glasses, there's some green in the turtle shell. Um,
Nice.
yeah.
Where'd you get those glasses?
I got these glasses at Lens Crafters.
Hmm.
They are Ray-Ban sunglasses that I had them put my prescription clear lenses in.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, uh, I I enjoy them. I enjoy the way they fit. I enjoy the flash. They're they're one of those like cool tortoise shells that like the closer you get, the more like purples and greens and stuff you find in them. So, what about you? Where'd you get your glasses?
Warby Parker.
Those look familiar. I think I thought about the same exact frames from Warby Parker.
Yeah, I have three pairs from there, two regular and one sunglasses prescription.
Nice.
And I'm going to get more after I go to the eye doctor and get my prescription um, updated.
I'm a big Ray-Ban. Like not just because the quality, which I like, but also because they fit my wide face.
Mm. I have
I
this, so I have the opposite problem. I have to go when I go to Warby Parker. I have to go to their like small frame section because my head is so freaking small.
we are opposite humans. That's fair. No, yeah, like I got a few years ago. I I found so I always try to have two pairs of glasses.
Right?
Um, because people with glasses will know if one breaks, it's a bad time. So I had these very nice frames that I had gotten as a graduation gift from my parents that broke. I was very unfortunate. I'm gonna cough. I'm gonna mute myself and then I'm gonna cough. I'll be right back.
Do your thing. Welcome to Sip Happens, where we talk about glasses. I much prefer. I've never been fortunate enough to have two pairs of glasses. Welcome back, because my prescription always changed every year, and we couldn't afford to like get two at the same time. And then,
Same.
normally you carry over last year's pair because your
Yeah.
eyes don't fall apart, but mine just kept getting worse and worse. So I have to get rid of the old glasses and get new ones. So this is the first time in my life where my prescription hasn't changed and I've been able to carry over a pair from the year before. Anyways, tell us about your broken glasses that your parents got you.
Um, no, very much the same growing up. Like I had one pair of glasses growing up because we could not afford to have more than one pair. Um, but yes, so my main glasses broke, and then I had these really nice um, Ray-Ban uh, frames that I liked as well. So I had those, and then one day I was at an event or something, and I accidentally left my car unlocked. And
Mm.
while my car will lock itself in 90 seconds after, I guess, as myself and our friend and my wife walked away from the car, um, somebody in that 90 seconds went in and they grabbed her purse, our friend's purse, and my bag. And in that bag were my other glasses. So now I was down to no glasses, um,
Mm.
which was not fun. Um, I didn't even know that my bag was stolen until like 3 days later because it was my work bag and I
Yeah.
had no reason to go into it. And then I got like a alert that was like, "Hey, someone's using your credit card to buy Church's chicken, and you don't eat Church's chicken. We know your fried chicken uses." And
Which
I
is
was like,
creepy but nice.
"Yeah, thanks, thanks, Chase." Um, and then I looked around and I was like, "Where the my bag?" And yeah, that was a whole thing. So then I needed new glasses and I wanted to get two pairs, and luckily we were in a financial place to do such a thing. So I got the ones that you saw last week, and then this one. Um,
Nice.
yeah, and I wanted something a little fancier and something a little bit more basic for if I don't feel if I'm feeling basic. All right.
Yeah. I got these because Laura Bailey has a pair that was kind of similar, and I liked her glasses. That's again, I feel like you and I really go about things a lot differently. I'm like, oh, Laura Bailey has glasses that are kind of like these. They look cute on her.
There's no reason. That's a perfectly valid reason. Like yeah, I don't know. I've always been very analytical since I was a kid. It's not always served me well.
I'm
Um,
impulsive. Also says that on the back of this nice mug.
Fair. Someone tell me if Sagittarians are supposed to be analytical or not. Get in the comments.
Yeah, I don't have that information, so somebody will have to tell us. I don't keep that information available. So, okay, so we've talked about color and glasses. Maybe we could talk about something like a little bit more in depth, or although we've
What's your
somehow
favorite
made
prescription?
it. My,
Do not answer that unless you are comfortable doing so, or just don't answer it.
what's my favorite prescription
Yeah.
of drugs, or my favorite eyeglass prescription?
No, like prescription drugs.
Oh, I don't really take prescription drugs. I know. I've been knock wood fortunate that I've not gotten sick and I don't have any. I mean, I have a mental illness that is reoccurring because that's what happens with those. But for the most part, I've been able to live with it without needing medication for it. I mean, I like a good pain pill. I got a root canal on Tuesday, so recently, and they gave me pain meds for that. I've taken 3 of them and I've called it. But that was a nice relief from the throbbing pain in my mouth.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, but other than that, I've actually been like super fortunate in life that I haven't needed that, which I feel lucky.
I have so many prescriptions. um, but you didn't ask me about them, so that's fine.
Would you like to tell us your favorite of the ones you take or have taken?
Oh, I don't know. Probably my favorite prescription is either my Adderall or my sertraline because they make my life livable.
See?
Yeah, I think I talked last week about having severe clinical depression and all that stuff. So I take 2 antidepressants regularly. I have as needed anti-anxiety. And then I have like diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol. And every time I get a new prescription, I just look at it and go, "Yeah, I'm living life.
You are.
I'm using up my life points, and that's what we're supposed to be doing." So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, life isn't fun unless you're living it. At least that's what I've noticed so far in my in-depth amount of time alive.
How long?
Um, Good.
How long have you been alive?
Well, this year, as we discussed in March, I will be rolling right on into my late 30s. So
Oh,
36 in March.
nice. This year in December, I will be rolling into my 35th year, which means I'll be 34.
So basically, you just turned 33.
Yes,
Cool.
yes, I am 33. Is what I am. I am.
Yeah. I don't feel 30. I don't really want to have it. Like, I don't feel 36. This year hurts. It didn't hurt turning 30. Didn't even hurt turning 35. But 36 is feeling a little scrunchy on the inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no sympathy for that. I've wanted to be an old man my whole life. And
I
I
like
guess I'll.
I live the life of an old lady. Don't laugh
Okay.
at me.
I mean, I thought it was funny. Sorry. You don't have any cats. You have dogs, right?
Oh, dude, we have 3 cats.
You have how do I not? I only ever hear anything about the dogs.
Because the dogs are the ones who interrupt things.
The cats are just
Cats are
fun.
cats. They're chill. Dogs are like, take me out, play with me.
I am a dog, as
Yeah, that's
everyone
what they do.
knows. This is a
I mean, I
typical.
love my dogs and I love my cats, but yeah, no. Um, so I joined my relationship with my partner, with 2 cats. And then my partner had 1. So like at that point, what do? You can't just be like, get rid of your cats because they're part
No.
of your life. So
Yes.
that made us 3 with 3 cats. And then we wanted a dog and we adopted an older dog. We rescued her. And so we named her Tracer from the video game Overwatch. And she was like 3 or 4 when we rescued her. And then she like needed a lot of attention and was like, a dog. Yeah. And we thought that getting a puppy would be smart. I don't, looking back, I'm not sure what the process, like the thought. Listen, you're very analytical. We are like, ooh. Well, I'm like, ooh. And my partner is like, will this make you happy? And I'm like, I think so. So he's like, okay. Right. So we got a puppy. That's been fun.
What's the puppy's name?
I think it was the name that we gave this cute puppy that really ruined it. His name is Artagan.
That's just asking for trouble. That's just borrowing trouble. Why? If those of you who don't know who Artagan is from Critical Role, then if you don't care about spoilers, go Google it.
Yeah,
Rough.
literally. Yeah.
Man. We have 2 pets. One is an aloe plant named Ira, and the
Hmm.
other is an orchid that we got as a Christmas gift in 2019, and is still alive and still kicking.
Wow.
And it has these beautiful white with purple spot flowers. So we have called it Cerberus because Cerberus translates to spot, and that's
Well,
the kind
that's
of we are.
that's very lovely. Those are 2
Um,
great pets.
those are our pets, and then other than that, uh, Elizabeth is kind enough to give me scratchies when I ask for them, and I'm very demanding. I'm very demanding. So until I grow up a little bit more, I don't think we're ready for a dog.
That's fair.
Okay, so last week we covered favorite books. We talked about favorite colors. We talked a little bit about teas.
Which, by the way, I'm still really enjoying mine. It's just
I
it's really
am
flavorful.
only sad that I am almost done.
Yeah.
Um, but what? Yeah, I just kind of shut down in the middle of that, didn't I?
I've been there.
Yeah, no, it happens. This is, by the way, I did not take my Adderall, so you're getting full ADHD, Sean.
Okay.
What is your favorite non D&D RPG game?
I like Monster Hearts.
Yeah, tell us more about that.
Well, okay. Can I preface this by saying I haven't played a lot of non D&D RPGs, but I have so through the organization that I run, I have a group of older, like more mature teens, and their parents signed a waiver. And because Monster Hearts is basically you play as an angsty teenager, an angsty high schooler who is quite literally trying to hide that they're some sort of monster. And there are a series of skins, is what they're called in this, but they're kind of like your classes. But there's a series of skins that you can choose from: a ghost, a vampire, a witch, all kinds of stuff. And just like in any RPG kind of thing, you get buffs and boons and negative things depending on what you pick. And your goal is, it's a lot more free form than D&D. There is like a little goal depending on who your MC is of it, but you just kind of go through life and deal with like high school drama. relationships, drugs, alcohol. Um, yeah, high schoolers just do those things sometimes. And
I know nothing about this, says the guy who
right,
quit drinking in high school.
right, exactly. And so yeah, and then based on how you act or react in certain situations, the MC can ask you to basically make these particular checks to determine whether or not you can keep the monster inside or whether, you kind of lash out based on that. And it was running it with the teens was really fun. There were certain things, of course, we did not do. But it was just kind of a fun experience to play a game that didn't have a goal.
Nice. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like you're not trying to get a treasure, you're not trying to stop T-Mat from coming back, you're not trying to insert here, insert here, insert here. You're just literally trying to get through school without turning into a vampire and sucking the blood out of someone you want to kill. Like that's your goal.
From my personal experience, graduating high school alive and whole is 100% a quest.
That's all right. That's
But yeah, no, I get what you're saying though. Like it's more of like a slice of life.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they even in the information, they call it like a movie. You run it like a movie, so there you don't see everything. There are times where you just say, okay, we're fading to black on this mall scene and we're going to pick up at homeroom in the morning. Like obviously you're going to do stuff after the mall, but we're not going to play through all of that. We're going to pick up with it in the morning. And it's very stereotypical. Your jocks, you have your popular people, you have your nerds, you have like it's meant to be like really looking into the stereotypes of. And then it's also a lot about sexuality. It really encourages people to be aware of like who they're attracted, or not be aware of, but be open to attraction and non-attraction and what that looks like. So they encourage things like being like asexual as your identity, as your sexual orientation, and things like that, to be mindful of that and to like look at what that looks like as well. So
That's awesome. I haven't played Monster Hearts, but now I really want to.
it's fun.
Um,
What about you?
my favorite non D and D. There's a special place in my heart for Cyberpunk Red,
Mm.
um, because I was able to go to Gen Con 2019 and do some stuff with the Jumpstart box, and that was really fun. And that's I think up here on the shelf somewhere. Um, Shadow of the Demon Lord. If you're looking for something real gritty and gross, and want to delve into the demented mind of Rob Schwab, who is a delightful human being, but I'm worried about him all the time. Hi,
Okay.
Rob. I'm sure you're watching this.
Why wouldn't you be?
But no, I think the answer I'm going to go with, and it's because maybe it's a little bit of the one that got away, but I have, nope, wrong direction. I have this beautiful wormwood coffin vault with
Ooh.
turquoise line. It's beautiful.
Wormwood, if you
In,
want to sponsor us, you just let us know. Sean's got all your stuff.
you all know, you all have my number. Like, we've talked. Come on. But inside of these very strong magnets are my level up dice. What's up? Um, Vampire the Masquerade Toreador dice.
That like made me squirm a little.
In a good way.
Yeah, I want to learn
Okay.
how to play that game so bad. I need somebody to teach me.
I've played I haven't played all that much, but I was given these dice, and they're
Oh, beautiful.
so let me see if I can hold them up without spilling it.
Oh, that's so pretty and so nice.
So it's a full set of 15, with 5 hunger dice and 10 of the standard dice, and all of these have the Toreador rose on like the.
You might have to lift it a little higher because your name thing is right there. So like lift it up because your name banner's there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
I'm trying not to like spill 15 dice everywhere, but
I
they all
respect
have
that.
the rose. Focus, dang you!
It doesn't want to.
I don't want to, but that's okay because you can check these out at levelupdice.com.net. Um, Also, not sponsored, just friends. Just friends.
Just people we
Uh,
like.
I would absolutely love to be in a longer running Vampire the Masquerade game. It's
Yeah.
certainly darker themes. It's certainly adult content. Um, but I love the description of the Toreadors who are trying to find beauty in like their torturous undeath. And I enjoy those themes. So
That's really cool.
thanks. Okay.
Getting it to stand again is a whole nother problem. There you go.
I thought it was further back than it was. Also, my coaster for today is this Purple Heart caster tile that is signed
So here's
by.
the thing about Sean, audience. When I met Sean, I knew that they were cool, but like I wasn't aware how cool they were. And then we started talking about guests that we would want to have on and like connections and people. And Sean's like, "Oh, I'm friends with this person. I know this person." And I was like, "Just so you know, all these people you're friends with are people that I'm actually like idolize as really cool people." I didn't know this when I met Sean, but I'm very grateful that Sean is humble about their amazingness.
The trick is to volunteer for charity events. Volunteer for charity events that like celebrities are going to be charity doing, and then wiggle your way into a situation where you get to email them a little bit, and then they know who you are and they think you're important.
Yeah, sure, if you say so. I feel like that's how it worked. That's very cool, and that's a very cool coaster, and that's awesome. I don't have I don't have anything over here. I have a wormwood box down that way that I roll on in.
Yeah, we'll show it to y'all next time.
Yeah, I'll just remember to get it. It's the key.
How are we doing? I didn't set up a timer or anything for this.
We're doing great. So we are we're pushing the end here. We're pushing the end. We should probably tell folks what we rate our what tea is this? What we've rated the girl with the lion's tail.
An S.J. Tucker blend.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm gonna rate this one a 5. I'm not gonna lie. So there are, I know we've talked about the different types of flavors of tea that we like, but to me, this tea tastes like tea.
Okay.
Which is weird because all tea is tea, but this is a type of tea. No, it's not. This is a type of tea that I can imagine myself curling up with, reading a book, and just enjoying it slowly. Because I think it's a little too much for me to have like a lot of at one time. You're like almost done with yours. I still have a bit in here. But yeah, this to me is a tea with a little bit of honey in it that I absolutely would like to have around the house.
That's awesome.
What about you?
So I'm not gonna lie. Before I added honey to this, it was not ranking all that highly for me. I do love a nice aroma from my tea, but if it doesn't have a flavor to follow up, then it's just kind of disappointing. And that's
Mm-hmm.
how I felt about this to begin with. It was probably somewhere between a 1 and a 2 for me before adding honey. After adding honey, this is a solid 3 for me. I would be happy to have this in a package. I don't know that I'll seek it out because I can add honey to a lot of things to make them really good. It's honey, but like hot water with honey in it tastes good if you have fancy honey.
That's fair.
So I really enjoyed it. I would be happy to have this again. I'm very happy that I have more of it. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we've made it through episode 2
We
successfully.
have.
Thank you for hanging out with us for 2 episodes. Well, 1 or 2 episodes, depending on when you've joined in. And
Let us
yeah.
know who you want us to interview. Who out in the nerdosphere or non-nerdosphere do you think would enjoy this chaotic energy and enjoy telling us about some tea they like?
Yeah.
Yeah, get in the comments.
Absolutely. Yeah. We probably will have 1 or 2 more episodes of just the 2 of us, and then we'll start rolling in with the cooler people than us.
True.
True. Thank you all so much for hanging out. And just remember, sip happens.
Sip happens.
We'll see you next week.